Maniac game review. Maniac game review. Maniac game review. Giving off nostalgia, retro power.
Hello, all you side-scrolling beat-em-up fans. So it's been about a couple weeks or so since my new favorite developers announced their brand new game, Marvel Cosmic Invasion. The mad geniuses over at Tribute Games have paired up once again with DotEmu, and I'm sure everybody over there is using their creative talent to bring us something truly special. Again. The very same crew that brought us the masterpiece TMNT Shredder's Revenge has been hard at work in secret with what looks like to be a spiritual successor to the Granddaddy King arcade cabinet of beat-em-ups, X-Men Arcade. Although some may argue that it looks a little bit more like Captain America and the Avengers Arcade, and the fact that it's implementing a tag team system where you choose two heroes and can swap out anytime, just like the Marvel vs. Capcom games, this only proves that, once again, Tribute Games.emu are definitely making a love letter for the fans. The pixel art is top tier and gorgeous. I'd be willing to bet that Tribute Games took inspiration from not only the Marvel arcade games, but some of the console games as well, like the Genesis X-Men games, Spider-Man and the X-Men, and X-Men Mutant Apocalypse on SNES. The game's starting roster consists of 15 playable characters, 7 of which have been announced. Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Phyla-Vell, and Nova. Now, before we dive into speculation about who the other characters could be, let's hop over to the .emu website and read what the game's about. A cosmic battle awaits. Choose between 15 Marvel heroes in this frenetic action beat-em-up to fight against the deadly annihilation wave threatening the galaxy. From New York City to the depths of the negative zone, the future for the Marvel Universe will be fought for across the stars. And who are they fighting exactly? Well, the big bad in this game is called Annihilus, an insectoid creature who possesses something called the Cosmic Rod, which he uses to assert his dominance over the negative zone. In the comics, the first Marvel heroes to deal with Annihilus were the Fantastic Four. Now, I don't know if there'll be playable characters in this game, but if I had to guess, I'd say they'd probably be a huge part of the storyline, or be like the special request characters from Shredder's Revenge, handing out certain mission objectives. Some other notable cosmic cameos include Thor, Gamora, Nebula, Adam Warlock, and Silver Surfer. I could easily see any or all of these characters in the game's storyline, and maybe even some of them as playable. Let's go ahead and now speculate on which heroes might fill up the 8 remaining character slots by breaking down the known heroes into different categories. We got 2 cosmic characters that in Phyla-Vell and Nova. We got 2 X-Men characters, Wolverine and Storm. We got 2 characters from the Spider-Man universe, Spider-Man and Venom. And then we got 1 character I would categorize as an Avenger, Captain America. Starting with the Avengers category, I could easily see Iron Man and Hulk added to the game. However, if Tribute wanted to pay homage to the retro Avengers arcade, I think Iron Man, Hawkeye, and Vision feel more appropriate. Next, we have the Spider-Verse, and that's a little tricky considering it's owned by Sony, but we already have Spider-Man and Venom, the 2 best characters, and I'm happy with that. Next up is the X-Men category, my favorite. And if I had my choice, I'd pick Gambit, Rogue, and Psylocke. And if we're giving it the stay true to the arcade treatment, we definitely have to have Nightcrawler, Colossus, Cyclops, and Dazzler. But this is Cosmic Invasion, so if any X-Men cosmic character deserves to be in this roster, it would have to be Jean Grey as the Phoenix. And to make things just a little bit harder on me, why not random characters that are also popular? Let's go with Punisher, Daredevil, Blade, and Ghost Rider. Alright, so I have 8 empty slots to fill. This is going to be rough. So first things first, I have to take up 2 slots right away for Iron Man and Hulk. Just based on popularity alone, I do believe these 2 characters will be playable. Next, I chose Thor. Thor is both an Avenger and a cosmic character, and he was one of the first characters in the early comics to fight Annihilus. For the X-Men, I chose Cyclops. He's the natural leader of the X-Men, and in the old school retro beat-em-up games, he's always on the roster. It just seems like a crime not to include him. The next X-Men character I decided to include just based on a fun factor alone would be Nightcrawler. Think how awesome it would be just to teleport around beating people up. Now, when I think Marvel Cosmic, the first character that usually pops in my mind is Galactus. Now, obviously Galactus is not a viable choice to be on this roster, but depending on the timeline, his Herald, the Silver Surfer, would be an amazing character. The dude floats around on a surfboard? Like, how cool is that for a moveset? So the next character I went with, she needs more representation, man. In the comics, she's extremely important, especially in Infinity Saga. If you know, you know. We're talking Nebula. Yeah, she's a badass. I want to see her playable. And the final choice for the final slot on the 15-man roster, my heart wanted to add Blade. I really want to play as Blade. But out of all those characters mentioned earlier, I think the Punisher is probably the most deserving. Just based on the fact alone that the Punisher had his own retro beat-em-up back in the day, and it is amazing. So that's gonna do it for my speculation on the 8 remaining character slots of Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Do you agree with my choices? Are there a few characters you'd like to see instead? Are there characters I didn't even mention throughout this entire video that deserve a spot? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe. I, for one, can't wait for more information about Marvel Cosmic Invasion from TributeGames.emu in the future. Until then,